Hey guys, welcome back to Megazord Radio. It's the show where we talk about and rank the episodes of the Power Rangers television franchise. I'm your host Nightster, and with me, of course, is the wonderful American. Oh god, I'm not used to this. I'm getting my mojo back still. It's Riely, guys. It's Riely.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
Oh
it was
boy, Power Rangers. This is it. We did it.
season 1 done.
60 whole episodes of television consumed.
We we did it.
How you doing today,
Well, not out the
Nightster?
woods just yet though, because we still got to do the wrap up episode and then 2 more seasons before we get onto Zeo.
Someday. Someday we'll get to Zeo.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about like Samurai when we're 37.
If we can just keep the show going up to Dino Thunder, that's what I want to do. I want to do Dino Thunder so badly.
That's fair.
Yeah. Mighty Morphin Mutants.
Here's the
Ooh,
question. You just pie-faced me.
what do you mean?
Just,
Would
I asked you
you,
how you doing today. You just didn't even react. You just said other things.
I didn't even hear. Uh,
I said, "How you doing
oh,
today, Nightster?" And then you went on some Toku related tangent that I've already forgotten.
oh yeah. Brain is just not working today. But yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm just, we recorded already for Toku Thrill, but 2.5 hours. Now we're
Yeah, we
here.
really did. Yeah, usually I try to like make the Gojuter episodes all business. And I save the small talk for this episode. But I suppose we did just do 2.5 hours, only probably an hour of which was about that Gojuter episode. So I think we're
Oh,
small talked out.
yeah. Just to, you know, at least get this question out of the way of small talk. How have you been, Riley?
I've been all right. You know, living life, trying to I might start watching Samurai again in Power Rangers news. I fell behind because so the show was very much inspired by the Morphin Grid. They just got to Samurai recently. And I was following along for a while. But then I fell off because I started paying attention to other shit. But I did finally finish like the podcast for episode 7 that was sitting in my podcast player for like 3 months. So I might go ahead and catch up. Samurai's been interesting. Like it's bad. It's real bad. But like I am starting to like regain the ability to just turn my brain off and enjoy it on like a nostalgic, semi-ironic level.
Yeah, I mean, I I haven't found a way to enjoy it myself. I I just can't watch it.
It helps that I watched it like as a kid. Like I remember. I have good memories of it. And even though I now know the show is terrible, I can like teleport myself back to when I was a kid and I'm like, yeah, Jaden. Fuck yeah. It still sucks, but like, every once in a while Jaden does pull off an aura moment where I'm like, all right, I'll give it to you.
I still I can't forgive Samurai for being the first season to do the whole name in the intro. Like, I
Yeah, that's
hate that
pretty
so
bad.
much. Jaden, Emily, Kevin, like shut the fuck up. Nobody cares.
The Morphin Grid put that in their like they have like a music stinger. So what they do instead of what we do, because I didn't want to deal with this, because this way is a lot easier. What they do is they'll record like an intro part, and then they'll pause the recording and go watch the episodes right then, and then they'll come back and they'll have like a music stinger in between that's like a little part of the theme song, and then this other song that is I. It's a reference to Alpha because they've been using it since Mighty Morphin. And for the Samurai one, they with the little theme song bumper, they put in like them going Jake, Josh. It's really funny.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, I can see why they do that, but I just have bad. Um, I associate the whole name in music with cringe because of Samurai and Megaforce.
That's fair. I mean, they're doing it ironically, I think. It's a bit.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
fair. Yeah.
but let me see
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
going on with Mighty Morphin Mutants.
I was
If my
saying before we started recording that I wanted
Mhm.
to like this episode. I really did, but so many questions were brought up in my head that made me really struggle to like it.
I mean, sometimes you just got to get over it when it comes to Power Rangers and plot consistency. I've learned to surrender myself to because I have a feeling I know what your questions are, and then I will not have answers for you. But it's
There's
Power
so many.
Rangers. So anyway, Mighty Morphin Mutants aired May 16th, 1994, written by Douglas Sloan, directed by The Wink, Terrence H. Winkless. Uh, ba, 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 ba. We start off at school. Tommy is late for Miss Appleby's class, almost forgets his notebook. And so he's all shook up and he walks into class and Miss Appleby shits on him for being late. She's like, "Oh, glad you could join us, Tommy." And he's like, "Oh, sorry, my alarm I forgot to set my alarm." And then Miss Appleby gives maybe the most like toxic, like so many avenues in which this could cause problems assignment I've ever heard a teacher give.
Yeah, the assignment.
She gives the assignment of, okay, you gotta go to a friend and you gotta ask them what your biggest flaw is, and then you have to try to change that flaw.
Just change. Just change you.
I think Miss Appleby's just sick of people chatting in her class, so she's like, "I'll show you. I'll give you an assignment that will end all of your friendships, and then there'll be no more chit chat."
She's a bitch. Miss Apple bitch.
She really she fucking gets Bulk and Skull's ass too. Not that they don't deserve it, but I was like, damn, because Bulk and Skull are there, and of course they're like, but what if we don't have anything to change because we're perfect? And Miss Appleby is like, I'm sure some of your fellow students will have something, and if they don't, come to me. I can surely help you out.
And even Tommy like pipes up like, "Oh, don't worry, guys. Um,
I got
if
you.
no one else can, um, I've got you."
So that's what's going on in Miss Appleby's class. She's psychologically torturing a group of teenagers by making them discuss their shortcomings with their friends. Uh, and then we go to the moon. Uh, I feel like Rita could have capitalized on this a little better. You could probably like cast like a spell of some sort that would extenuate the effects of that sort of conflict.
Yeah, but instead,
Instead,
her
she's
plan
like,
has
there's
has
these
nothing
things
to
that we
do.
have called the badges of darkness, and we've had them the whole time. And they can make putties into fully all the same powers and abilities Power Rangers.
Yeah, they're just putty rangers.
They're not
But
any less powerful, as confirmed by the Mighty Morphin Minute.
they're just as strong as the real rangers.
Yeah.
So why didn't they use them before? Because the show just decided to introduce them now. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know. A little weird, a little wacky.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like we're gonna get the badges of darkness to create evil putty rangers and destroy the Power Rangers. So that's what they're up to on the moon. And then we go to the youth center. Tommy and Jason are sparring. And they literally have an exchange where, okay, here's what I rant about something that's happened to me recently. Let me see if I can find the actual channel. But there's this YouTube channel that I've been seeing. Shut the fuck up. I opened YouTube and it just automatically started playing a Family Guy clip for some reason. I don't know why it did that.
What I heard, Lois.
There's this channel where it's like it's this guy and this girl, and they just make these weird videos where there's like shitty royalty free inspirational music in the back, and like the guy and the girl are having an exchange that's like a metaphor for something. Like the guy will be like cooking a meal, and he'll be like complaining about how people always ask him to change. And then the girl will like talk back and forth with him about it. But as she's talking back and forth with him about it, she's like, can you take out the oregano? Can you blah 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 blah? Can you change things about the recipe?" And it's all like this big metaphor, and it's supposed to be, I guess it's supposed to be like philosophical or smart. I don't know what the appeal is, but it's really, every time one of these, I will watch them forever now. I will watch the whole thing every time it comes up in my feed just to see in hatred because it pisses me off so
I think I've seen what you're talking about. Like,
much.
is it that guy where it's like, oh, there's a car chasing me, no matter which way I go,
Yeah,
it always follows me. So I have
yes,
to jump inside and take action to stop the car from
that
hitting
that
me.
is one of them. I have seen that one. I'm trying to see if I can find one somewhere on my feed, just so I can get the name so that we can introduce other people to this phenomenon. He has one of those weird usernames that does not immediately start with letters, so thus I don't remember it at all. But it fucking pops up all the time. And I did subscribe to make sure that it continued to pop up so I could continue to hate on it.
I can probably find that channel somewhere because I get them all the time. Um, like there was one about uh he used the food that his friend made as an example, and he just bad it all out because it's like, oh, this is horrible. Turns out it actually wasn't. He was proving a point.
Yeah, I remember that one too. I feel like I've probably seen most of them at this point. I don't know, guys. I think I failed you. I think it's over.
Uh,
Maybe if I check Facebook, they pop up there too all the time.
Shorts. No, that's not it. I saw a red line, so I thought that might have been it, but it was a completely different channel.
I didn't mean for this to waste this much time. I thought I could find it much quicker than this. Of course, the one time that I'm like actively looking for it is when I can't find it. Whereas it'll just jump me every fucking 5 seconds when I'm scrolling through YouTube shorts just for my own benefit. Oh, is this it? Nope, that's a recipe. That's somebody actually cooking. There's not a metaphor for anything. It's a metaphor for I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through my entire YouTube shorts at this point, and I'm not
Bro, come on,
seeing
give me
him.
one. Give me one. You give me a million of them.
Oh, I see Pokemon, but no.
Okay, Facebook Reels is going nowhere. I hadn't tried just scrolling through YouTube Shorts. Let's see how that works.
Oh, I found the that one Batman talking to himself thing with the Tibetan monks. I found that channel.
That's a good channel.
Yeah. Even if I disagree about the whole Batman could beat everyone. But no.
Because he's got ancient Tibetan monk powers. Okay, they don't want to get called out live on air, I guess. They're hiding. They're hiding from Megazord Radio.
They're hiding from both of us as we're actively looking. Oh, No Way Home. It's a great movie. That's probably like the best superhero movie of all time. At least in my opinion. No Way Home.
Now I'm trying actual searches. Guy running away from a car metaphor. I got it! Reed
Holy shit.
Olsen is his name.
Nice.
I gotta talk about. I'm gonna talk about this guy on Lolcow Nobodies. This is my new personal Lolcow. Is this guy fucking trying to espouse his wisdom through these stupid skits?
I just checked like his channel of his like full videos. And the first thing I see is waiting until marriage worth it. Oh my god. What a way to start Megazord Radio.
Yeah, enough about Reed Olsen. Let's talk about Tommy Oliver.
Yeah, let's talk about Tommy, Oliver, and the others.
Tommy Oliver and his friends, the Power Rangers.
Tommy and friends.
Tommy and friends.
Yeah,
So
Tommy and Jason
so
talking.
the reason why I brought Reed Olsen up is it's almost like a Reed Olsen exchange where he's like, I don't know, I can't think of something that's wrong with me. Hey, I forgot my water. Can I have a sip of yours? This assignment's really confusing me. Hey, you got an extra towel? I left mine in the locker.
It's like they have a normal conversation and then he like slips in a few random seeming questions.
I can just hear the do 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 music in my head as they're talking.
Yeah.
I should make that edit.
You should.
Inspirational Tommy and Jason conversation about flaws in humanity.
But you really should.
But anyway, so he's like, "What is the flaw that I have?" And Jason's like, "You really want to know?" He's like, "Yeah, man, we're bros." And he's like, "You forget a lot." And he's like, "What?" So he goes to Treaty and Kimberly, who are also there, and he's like, "Jason thinks I'm forgetful. Do you guys think I'm forgetful?" And Kimberly's like, "Well, you did forget your journal or your notebook this morning to go to Miss Appleby's class." And then Tommy's like, "Oh yeah, I also forgot the times I was forgetful, I guess." Tommy's really struggling today. Was this a trait that he had before? I
Well,
don't
being
think it
forgetful.
was.
I'm pretty sure they just made it up for this episode.
I guess he like forgets that he took his communicator off sometimes. I don't know.
That's the only thing is like, oh, he forgets to put his communicator on. But it's never been this present.
And it's like I don't think it sticks around either. I think they try to eventually he has like a flaw of like he's late. But like even that comes out of nowhere. This one comes out of nowhere and I don't think it sticks around either. It's just like this one episode Tommy has been lobotomized.
They need him to be late for this story to work, so he's late now.
So Bulk and Skull show up again. They're like, yeah, Tommy, you remember us? Bulk and Skull from school. Haha. And they're like, you guys are bullies, go away, we hate you.
Yeah.
And then we go to the montage. And this part of the episode alone is why I cannot be mad at it ever. This scene is one of the most iconic in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1 to me, is
I did
Goldar
adore this
training these
scene.
putties and number 6 just not being able to keep up. Poor sweet number 6 trying his best and he just can't hack it.
He just falls on his back. like trying to do a flip. He tries
The
to kick the
tragic tale.
target, but then he falls again.
The tragic tale of number 6. So yeah, he's training all the putties. Number 6 is fucking up. So at the end, he's like, "Okay, the decision has been made. Number 6, you're out of here." And then he assumedly murders number 6. And then he hands out the badges of darkness to the other 5, and he's like, "These will turn you into evil rangers. Nobody's worthy to be the Red Ranger. I don't know why Goldar didn't just be the Red Ranger, or does it have to be a putty?"
Because I thought that the character we'll be seeing a bit later on in the episode, I thought he would have been red. Like, that was my assumption.
You would think so, but then yeah, there just isn't one, as it turns out, actually.
Because he even said it's party time or something. Like,
They said I think it's mutant time is
oh,
what they said.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
mutant time. Like, he said it, but then he was the only one that didn't morph.
Yeah, it's very strange. But yeah, so we now have our Dark Rangers, every color, including green, except for red. And that's now there's evil Power Rangers that are, I guess, just as powerful as the regular ones. So Zordon calls up the Power Rangers and lets them know, "Yo," or I think he calls them the command center. He's like, "Yo, these evil guys, they're pretty bad." And I don't remember what Zach said. It's not important what Zach said, but like there was an exchange where like it's the first time we see Zach the entire episode, and he just like says something about how like the evil Rangers are threatening. And and Zordon is like, "Yes, Zach," in a way that made me think like, "Yes, Zach, welcome to the episode."
Doesn't all that happen after the first fight? Because I'm
Is it?
scrubbing through the episode, and
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a part in
yeah.
between that doesn't get mentioned in these notes for some reason. Where oh yes, it does. I was skimming too hard and I missed it. You gotta
Tommy and
make a new
Kim.
paragraph for a new scene, Ranger Wiki. So uh, Kimberly and Tommy are walking through the park, and they get attacked by green and pink mutant ranger, and they try to fight them unmorphed, so that kids can be less confused, and doesn't quite work out for them. They know all their moves. "I know everything you're going to do, but that's not going to help you." Or no, "You know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you because I know everything you're going to do." Strange, isn't it?
I've heard that strange, isn't it, somewhere before, but
That's from the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA movie,
that's probably
Japanese
why.
anime
Yeah.
film.
I've got a friend that references it all the time.
Yeah, that's when Sonic is clashing with Metal Sonic. He says that.
Yeah. Oh, so they get their asses handed to them in this fight.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Tommy has some sick moves, but unfortunately, Evil Green Ranger has some sick dodges, so it doesn't really work too well. So that's when Tommy and Kim call Zordon. They all get gathered in the command center. Zordon welcomes Zach to the episode and lets everybody know that there's evil rangers and that they're bad and that they use the badge of darkness, which is the thing that Rita's always had, I guess.
And Dordon somehow knows that there's no red because they haven't chosen one yet, but they might.
I wonder if there was a scene we didn't see where, okay, so uh, at some point, Zed creates a team of Dark Rangers that just stand there and do nothing. That's a very famous part of season 2. Is that they have the shittiest, cheapest costumes in the world, so cheap that they were not able to hold up during fight scenes. So all they do is just stand there. And I have to imagine, I wonder if before Zed enacted his evil plan to energize the Dark Rangers, he was like, "Oh, we'll just use the badges of darkness." And Goldar's like, "Oh, Rita already used those. The Power Rangers destroyed them." He's like, "Fuck! Damn it!"
But there's still one badge of darkness that hasn't been destroyed because it wasn't in the fight.
True.
Where's
Fair.
Where's the red one?
Maybe our crawfish friend just like ate it and absorbed its power.
Maybe. I mean, spoilers. He did kind of get the same kind of weapon that Jason has.
Oh, true. So yeah, now they know there's evil rangers, but they've retreated.
Yep.
So they go back to their regular lives for the moment. Uh, we go to where the gang, they're trying to help Tommy with his homework assignment. Billy makes a fucking thing that's supposed to remind him to do things, but it breaks on its own because Billy can build a car that flies, but he can't build a little device that tells you when things happen.
Like a little walkie-talkie.
Billy invented body switching technology and can't invent a pager.
Yeah. So I've got to DM you something.
Okay.
This might be the a work in progress of a new image for the Toka Frill like profile image.
Oh, and they're sending them to me too. Don't worry. Yeah, that's not fixing it. I don't know why they thought that that's fixing it.
I think Time Fire is the one they fixed, which was what you know as Quantum Ranger. But
Well,
they
no, because the original draft just had the regular Kuwagata Ranger helmet, which is wrong, by the way. I said Kabuto Ranger. And also it looked normal before, and then he was like fixed it, and now it's like giant and strange.
to me, they just showed an image where the um Quantum Ranger / Time Fire was a low res, and it was straight on, and it also had a picture of Kuwagata Ranger that was different. But then they sent another image, which is the one that I sent, and they said fixed Time Fire and found a pic of Riley properly.
The joke that it's like fatter Kuwagata Ranger. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway. Co-royalty got me fucked up. Anyway. So yeah, Tommy is like more forgetful than ever. Kim's like, oh, I feel like he was better off before we started helping. Uh, but things are bad now. They get called by Zordon because now there's Commander Crayfish, who is the new leader of the Mutant Rangers. And Zordon's like, you guys gotta go fight him. Oh, first, before this, hey guys, for the last time, welcome to America's favorite game show. For the last time of the season, at least.
Yeah.
Welcome to America's favorite game show. Why can't Tommy help today until the end? Because he leaves his communicator in his locker and has to run home to get his homework that he forgot. So he's gone, he can't be contacted. So the 5 Power Rangers have to go and fight the Mutant Rangers and Commander Crayfish. And so they meet up. Each ranger fights their own evil version, with Jason fighting Commander Crayfish. The evil Grain Ranger's just not there until Tommy shows up, which is weird because you'd think like Commander Crayfish would like gang up with the evil Green Ranger on Jason.
Yeah, like 2v1
Yeah.
to kill Jason.
And also, we would have seen Jason versus an evil Green Ranger again, which would have been a cool nod to one of the best fights of the whole show.
Hell yeah. Have to admit though, I did kind of laugh a bit when they did their after the parties morphed and they all rhymed together. That did
Nice
make
to.
me laugh.
I don't remember most of them, but I remember the last two of because the evil Pink Ranger says we'll be back when they beat Tommy and Kimberly in the park and then leave without killing them for some reason. Um, so it's like the black one's like, "Nice to meet you, Zach," and then the pink one's like, "Told you we'd be back."
I actually do remember the other two as well, because I don't remember crayfish, but for the blue party, he was like, "I'm after you, blue," and then yellow was, "Hey Trini, you want to play too?" And then, "Nice to meet you, Zach. Told you I'd be back."
So it's an all-out Ranger war, the ultimate battle of ultimate destiny. They fight each other, and then eventually it culminates in the teams regrouping together after they've summoned their power weapons and were clashing with their power weapons for a bit. Um, Once again, I'm in that situation where I don't feel tired, but my body is tired because I did only sleep 6 hours again.
Well, the thing is, at first, the Rangers, like, the real Rangers, don't have their power weapons right now.
Oh, they okay. So yeah, the evil ones have power weapons, and then they're like, "We'll make a power blaster," and the regular Power Rangers are like, "We could also do that." Uh,
But they teleport to base, and it's like, well, we can't beat them; they're too strong. So
they do the power blaster twice. My bad.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. So they have to retreat. Zordon and Alpha give them better power weapons,
I
even
don't
though
see
they're not
why.
different at all. They look exactly identical, but Zordon's like, "Trust me, bro, they're better."
Zach even comments on that as well because he holds up the power axe and he's like, but these look just like our regular weapons." He's like, "Yes, they look the same, but um, these are much stronger." Like, why do that? Or why not just have one of them go, "Oh, they've got power weapons, let's summon ours," and then let's just resume the fight. Why are they going this new power weapon shtick?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but they got new power weapons. They show up again, and now they're actually doing okay. Um,
Yeah.
Eventually, Tommy joins the fight before
That's
they grow,
before
right?
that's before they even get the power weapons back in play.
Okay, this this wiki sucks.
Because he's in the command center as they get their stronger power weapons.
Yes,
Because
yes, yes, yes. Okay.
I think the fight as it goes is um the five are fighting the others, and Zordon calls Tommy. He flips into the fray, kicks Crayfish, and Crayfish just summons uh, the Green Ranger,
Yeah, Evil Green Ranger. Yeah.
who I'm not sure if you noticed, but did you clock what he's carrying?
Yes, he had the Sword of Darkness for
He
some
did.
reason.
For some fucking reason, he had the Sword of Darkness and not the Dragon Dagger, or just
Where'd
a
he get
basic
that?
looking dagger.
That got destroyed.
Like they could have given him this basic looking dagger because they gave the other mutants basic weapons that match the other Rangers, but they didn't. They gave him the actual Sword of Darkness.
It is it is interesting to see like the Dragon Dagger clash with the Sword of Darkness.
It is, yeah. I have to admit that it's pretty cool.
But yeah, so get new power weapons, do a new power cannon. I was waiting for the power cannon beam struggle, but it was a little anticlimactic, unfortunately. It just shoots right through. The good guys is one.
Yeah.
So that kills the pink and yellow ones and knocks Crayfish, Commander, whatever the fuck, Commander Crayfish, and the boys down.
Yeah, because girls don't
Uh,
get to grow for some reason.
And then Rita uses her scepter. Unless that was next episode, I don't remember which, but one of them was a scepter to make the monster grow.
Let me check because I've got the episode pulled up right now. So let me.
How do they keep fucking up such a easy like catchphrase? Like there was that one episode where it was just wand. Now it's scepter, make my monster grow.
Yeah, it was Scepter in this episode. Yeah. And she even looked like she was celebrating, and then she noticed what was actually happening because she went, "Yeah, oh, Scepter, make my monsters grow."
So we get to see the evil boy rangers grow along with Commander Crayfish. Dragonzord and Megazord jump into the fray. But eventually, you know the story. Eventually, they call Titanus, they form the Ultrazord, and they win.
Yeah, and it's this Megazord fight that brings up my final question of the episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which at some point in the Megazord fight, the party rangers lift up Crayfish onto their shoulders, and they're like, "Oh, we have to get through the parties in order to get to the monster, but we can't because they're in that formation." In the back of my head, I was just thinking, Tommy, the Dragonzord has finger fucking missiles. Use those, shoot the black and blue rangers in the abdomen, and I promise you they will fall back, and the Green Ranger will not be able to support that monster on his own, and they will topple like a house of cards. Why didn't you do that? But
Good
instead they
question.
struggle and then call Titanus.
But yeah, so that's the end of the Mighty Mutant Rangers and Commander Crayfish. And we go back to school. Tommy's like, man, I didn't get to change my flaw. I didn't complete my homework assignment. And Billy's like, well, maybe a fault can also be what makes you unique as a person. That's not actually where the goes, but it should be.
Yeah.
And then Bulk and Skull show up, and earlier in the episode, Kimberly says that she wishes they would dress and act more like gentlemen every once in a while. So they show
She
up
got
in
her wish.
school in like tuxedos and with fake mustaches. They have like handkerchiefs and shit. And they greet Miss Appleby. Skull kisses her hand, and they present her with a present. And she's like, "Oh, that's so nice of you, but I just got my nails done. Why don't you two open it?" And they kind of look at each other nervously, and they're like, "Well, we wouldn't want to deprive you of the joy." Uh, and then the funniest exchange ever. I'm not gonna do it. I considered giving favorite character to Skull just for this one interaction. Tommy's like, "Don't quit now, guys," and Skull turns around and still in like his posh gentleman voice, he's like, "Shut up, dweeb," and then does like the
Agreed.
posh laugh. He's like, "Shut up, dweeb."
I really feel like we should, um, like, maybe we can start doing a favorite quote of the episode,
Yeah, that's fair. It's pretty good.
and that would be a perfect quote for this episode. Shut up, dweeb.
Shut up, dweeb. But anyway, Bulk and Skull are forced to open the box. It's a prank. A bunch of silly string shoots out. And then Miss Applebee's like, "I guess some people never change," and the Power Rangers all laugh, and then it goes ba 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 da ba 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 ba.
Yeah, because you can't have an episode where Bulk and Skull don't get gooped.
True. We are reaching the end of the Goop era. I'm so excited for Bulk and Skull next season. This is when they
Oh, season
actually
2 where they
start
get
being
good.
good. Yeah, season 2 is when they start getting good, and they continue to get good until they leave the show after In Space. By In Space, in Bulk and Skull, through all of it, In Space, some of the best action, some of the best Ranger drama, and yet I still think the best character moment in all of Power Rangers in Space is awarded to Bulk and Skull.
Fair.
So you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there, but they really they're really on the uptick. And season 2 is when that starts, and I'm very excited.
I can't wait.
But Nightster, who is your favorite character in Mighty Morphin Mutants?
Oh,
Don't forget to update the document if you've
yeah,
not.
I'm looking for it now. MR season 1. Okay. I'm gonna give it to Tommy. Like I wanted to find a like I'm see if I could think of anyone else to give it to for any reason, but it's Tommy.
Yeah, I'm saying Tommy too. Like, as much as this fun new flaw that he has is confusing, it's also like charming. Like, it's
Yeah.
almost cute in a way. And then if he still has his he does some sick karate moves against the evil Green Ranger. He has this big damn hero moment when he shows up. Good Green Ranger action, good Tommy character stuff. Tommy supremacy.
Yeah.
Total Tommy victory. What about your favorite scene, Nightster?
I mean, it's got to be the training montage, hasn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
It has to be.
Poor number
Um,
6.
F in chat for party number 6.
F's in the chat for number 6. But yeah, now we gotta rank it.
I gotta rank it, yeah.
And I feel like we differ here because this is probably like pretty high for me.
I do want to put it high, but there were so many questions that just. I did like it as an episode, though. It was an amazing watch.
I think I like it more than like Second Chance. Probably not quite as much as Foul Play in the Sky.
Let me see what those are.
Foul Play in the Sky is the one where
You're
Kimberly drives a
thinking,
plane. I think that one's a little better.
I see, thinking
Second,
of the new number 19.
yeah.
You know, top 20 on season 1 is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I can agree on that.
Man, Gung Ho is too low, and I know it's Crow Royalty's fault, but we made an oath to not change the ranking at all, besides that one time where we did.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
But next up, the season finale. I'm sure it's big and epic and is very important to the plot. Something definitive happens to have to do with like Rita being defeated or something. I'm sure as the season finale, that's the case.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty big, story-wise.
Of course. So this episode is an Oyster Stew. It aired May 23rd, 1994. Written by Shel Danielson, directed by Terrence H. Winkless. Didn't get a wink of sleep. He's winkless.
Yeah, much like you.
True. I had to go to bed at like 7 tonight, or I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start off. Zach and Tommy are doing some epic bro exercise at the juice bar. And Zach's like, man, Angela's birthday's coming up. I gotta do something special for her. I'm thinking maybe pearl earrings. And like other Power Rangers are there too. I don't remember. Kimberly's there. I don't remember who else. I think there's a couple more. And Zach's like, I want to do pearl earrings, and Kimberly's like, that might be a little much. Maybe do a singing telegram. And Zach's like, yeah, I'll do a singing telegram, and then I'll give her the pearl earrings. um, and they're just like, okay, whatever. And Zach's like, you want to do a double date, you and Tommy? And she's like, oh, that'd be cool. So he goes up to Angela, asks her out, or no, he doesn't ask her out just yet. Actually, it's at the school the next day. I'm thinking of when he walks up to her to apologize at the end. We go to the moon, and Rita's like, "I'll." He likes pearl earrings, eh? I'll give him some pearl earrings. So apparently there's this oysterizer guy, and he's got some sort of special pearls that can make time freeze, but
Um,
only within a certain range.
I thought it was like it paralyzes people near it because that's what they made it sound like. It paralyzes living beings near it when it happens. But if that was the case, surely the people who were affected would remember things, but they just couldn't move. But that can't be it because the
They
Rangers
teleport
morphed.
right in front of them and
Oh,
morph
they
right in front of
teleported, yeah,
them. Yeah.
and they teleported, but no one remembered. Not Angela, not Bulk, Skull, the waiter.
We're burying the lead here on what happens. Come on. But so at school the next day, Zach asks Angela out. She's like, I don't know. I feel like this usually doesn't work out for me. And he's like, come on, I'll take you to this nice little French cafe. And we'll go on a double date with Kimberly and Tommy. It'll be great. And she's like, okay, I guess I'll go. See you there. Um, so Zach celebrates, pumps his hand in the air. He's like, yes, birthday date secured. Now I gotta go get some pearl earrings. Um, we go to the moon briefly. Rita calls Oysterizer. She gets the pearls of stillness. And then Zach is trying to buy some pearl earrings. He realizes that he can't buy pearl earrings on a 15-year-old boy's salary. 15-year-old boy's allowance is the term I was looking for. And he's like, shit, now what am I going to do? And then some weird guy who looks like the professor from Young Sheldon in a trench coat.
Sturgis.
Yes.
Inconceivable.
Yeah.
Wrong character, but same actor.
He shows up, and he's like, "Hey, kid, I happen to know that you're looking for the pearl earrings, even though there would be no way for me to know that without me stalking you. So this should automatically be a red flag. But here's some pearl earrings that I got if you want to buy them." And Zach's like, "Are these stolen?" And he's like, "No, no, no, no. Of course not. They're not stolen," which isn't a lie, but they're also not on the up and up. So Zach purchases these pearl earrings, and is going to give them to Angela. But of course, that Professor Sturgis looking guy walks off to the field, and we see him turn into a putty.
Now, that scene,
Yeah.
that was very drug dealer-esque.
Yeah, that's definitely the trope, is like the trench coat and yeah.
I've got what you're looking for.
I've got what you're looking for,
And
kids. I've got necklaces, I've got pendants, whatever your drug of choice might be.
just opening up the coat to see all the little jewelry inside.
Those aren't actually pearls. The reason why they disintegrated is they're not actually pearls. They're just like balls of cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah, because spoiler alert, the pearls disintegrate.
Yeah, we're
Like,
really burying all sorts of leads during this plot summary. But Yeah, so we cut to the restaurant. It's Angela's birthday. The four of them, Zach, Angela, Tommy, and Kimberly, are at the restaurant. They sit down. The menu's in French. Zach has to order for everybody because nobody can read the menu. And of course, I'm sure he's studied the menu extensively for this moment. And then meanwhile, the other three Power Rangers get fought by some putties. So they're having a good time there. And that's cool. Zach's date isn't going that great. Angela does not like what he has ordered her, and she points out that he doesn't even like what he ordered himself. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to cool down." Frog legs, by the way, which I've never tried.
Me either, but I wouldn't be against trying it because you'd be surprised at what you like. You gotta try things at
True.
least once.
I actually was gonna try them. I'm willing to try them, and I even was going to like years ago because I just was curious. And it was actually my grandfather-in-law, the man that my grandmother married after my grandpa passed, that was like, "Yeah, the frog legs aren't good here. You should try frog legs at a better place." So I didn't try them at that day because he was I guess, a frog leg aficionado, and he didn't find the frog legs to be up to snuff at this location.
Yeah. I thought that I wouldn't like sushi, for example, but it's one of my favorite foods now.
I didn't like sushi as a kid. Like your taste buds will change over the years too. Like I tried sushi when
Yeah.
I was like little, and I hated it. But then I tried it again like 3 years ago, and it was awesome. And I eat sushi all the time now.
Yeah. I used to really dislike gherkin pickles when I was a kid. I can't get enough of them now.
Never been a
I will
fan
eat
of
them from the
pickles,
jar.
really.
Like it's got to be like the gherkin types that you get in like a cheeseburger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't hate pickles, but like I I can't just eat a straight up pickle. Like if you hand me a burger and it has pickles on it, it's like, okay, I would prefer this not have pickles, but I'm not going to put through the effort of taking it off. And even some burgers it like goes well with. Like there was rest in peace, my favorite menu item at Chili's that was tragically ripped away from me, the barbecue bacon burger. It went well on that because it blended well with like the barbecue sauce and the bacon. But like a regular cheeseburger, which is like mustard on it or whatever, like how I usually take it, I would prefer that without pickles, but I will tolerate the pickles.
The one that I really enjoy pickles on the burger was also rest in peace because it's gone now, but it might come back. Was McDonald's Philly's cheese stack, which if you don't know what that is, it's this really tall burger which is just bun, burger, cheese, burger, pickles, fried and um diced onions. It's like there's two types of onions, and then this like Philly cheese paste or something like melted cheese on top, and then the buns, and it was really good. I'll get a picture on.
Sorry, I gotta AFK for a minute. We'll be back right now. Make sure you actually mute yourself, because sometimes I'll leave people, and I have to mute and go AFK. And then when I go to automatically cut out the silence, I realize later when the podcast is already posted that it's just like a 2-minute compilation of like every little noise they made while I was gone. Because it's not silence, because it's noise. Pretty funny. I thought I would share that anecdote with the audience. Okay, for real. I'll be back. All right.
Okay.
So where were we? Zach was fucking up a date.
Yeah, they had just got their food, and Zach had the frog legs.
Yeah, Zach had the frog legs, and then his singing telegram comes out, and it turns out the singing telegram is Bulk and Skull, and they're
Yeah.
singing the stupid rock song that we didn't mention they were singing earlier in the juice bar, where they're like, "Yeah, she's fine as a porcupine, she's a mean queen, treats me like a bean." That's a little too
Bean.
close to a racial slur. Skull, I don't know.
I mean, you gotta be careful what you say on the air.
Mm. Gonna get fined by the FCC trying to play that song on the radio.
Yeah.
It's weird that radio has all these like strict government rules, whereas like TV doesn't. They still have rules, but they're wildly less strict. On the radio, you can't even say a cuss word, or you'll get fined.
Jesus. Yeah, fined
Yeah,
for swearing on radio. Imagine that. If we had to follow the same rules, we'd be in debt.
bankrupt.
Yeah, bankrupt even. No.
But yeah, so the singing telegram sucks. Everything sucks. Angela's like, "This was a mistake," and then he's like, "Wait! I've got this gift for you." Um, and he presents her with the earrings, which she is charmed by. After Angela is presented with those earrings, but before she puts them on, Zordon informs the 3 Power Rangers that just fought the putties that the earrings that Zach is about to give Angela are the still pearls that will make you time freeze. So they go to the restaurant to stop it, but it's too late. Just as they arrive, they see Angela about to put the earrings on. They're like, "Angela, no!" It's too late, and everybody freezes. But thankfully, Tommy and Zach were in the bathroom or something, which I guess is like out of range of the freezing.
Oh yeah,
If you're
they weren't
behind the
near
door is protect. If you're behind a door, it doesn't get you.
I guess it's just that room was so far away that the effects didn't reach them. Because it did say it was a distance thing. Anyone in the area would be frozen. And because they were
Yeah,
in the
so
bathroom, they were no longer in the immediate vicinity.
that's true. So they come back, they see that everybody's frozen, including Jason, Trini, and Billy, who were running in for some reason.
Yeah.
And so they're like, "That's bad. That wasn't supposed to happen." So Zach and Tommy head to the command center. And Zordon's like, "Oysterizer, you gotta get him out of the ocean so he doesn't pollute it. You have to break the pearl to break the spell." But he's gonna try to make them go into the ocean.
Ocean
The
Man.
ocean man, take me by the hand, take me to the land. So and obviously Zordon's like, "Tommy, remember your powers are limited." Has not mattered once.
No, that's just like I'm pretty sure the only reason that that's a thing is to set up the whole um the reason why Tommy had to get a new suit.
Yeah. Well, I think the plan at this point in the show is still for him to leave and for somebody else to be the White Ranger, but
Oh
everybody
yeah.
loved him so much that they kept him around.
It's kind of setting up for the departure of the Green Ranger, Tommy or
Yeah,
otherwise.
it's there's one. We'll get there. This is a spoiler for a little silly thing. It's not a plot thing, but I guess they didn't have White Ranger Tiger Power ready to go when during Tommy's first big White Ranger fight. So they literally just took a "Go Green Ranger Go" and like poorly dubbed Ron going wide over green.
Why? Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
Go wide. It's so out of place. It's not right. You can tell it's recorded at a different point. It's like go wide, and it's so out of place. It's Ranger Go.
Yeah, no, leave that song for the Green Ranger. That's the Green Ranger song, god damn it.
But regardless, they have to go morph and fight Oysterizer. They can't find him, so they split up. The Oysterizer finds Zach, sprays him with pink goop that is acid gel.
Yeah, that's what Zach calls it.
It's burning through his suit and shit. He's like, Tommy, help! And then, just as the Oysterizer's about to finish Zach off, Tommy arrives, hits him with the dagger. It's like, oh no, Zach's hurt. I'll give you my shield, and it'll heal you. So yeah, this is the time. This is the one other time that somebody who is not the Red Ranger gets the shield. Is this episode? Zach gets it.
Yeah, it's only ever been Jason and Zach that Tommy gives the shield to.
I'm so surprised he never gives it to Kimberly. I'm surprised they didn't request that in the Jew 2 footage. That seems like such a slam dunk.
Yeah.
But regardless, now Zach is dragon shielded up. Tommy is defenseless.
And
So,
he immediately gets gelled.
Yeah, he gets gelled. And then Zach's like, I won't give you your shield back to heal you, but I will avenge you, Tommy! And he heads into battle.
He just punches the oyster guy into the water, which breaks the spell.
Somehow, even though they said they had to destroy the pearl to break the spell.
I guess that punch, we don't see it maybe, but oh no, I was gonna say maybe the punch cracked the pearl on his head, but he punched his chest, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're on about over there. Sorry, I haven't eaten since this morning, and I have some candy. Don't mind me.
Also quite interesting is Zach goes, yeah, I did it. As if he somehow knows that what he did broke the spell.
Yeah.
Like,
It does.
not
He's
there.
right.
He's right, but how did he know?
Good question. He just felt it in the air. He knows he has a built-in inert feeling that he feels whenever Angela is in danger, and he stopped feeling that feeling, so he knows that it worked.
The Angela sense went off.
So everyone at the restaurant gets unfrozen. Angela's earrings disintegrate. And she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill Zach. And she goes to storm out. And at that same time, Zach arrives. And he's like, Angela, listen. And she's like, I'm not listening to shit. I'm leaving. She leaves.
I think
And
she
Zach's
even
like,
goes, oh no,
oh, go ahead.
I'm thinking of something completely different. Never mind. I thought she said, no, you listen. But that was something else that I was watching before. I'm getting them mixed up.
But he's like, we gotta take the Megazord into the ocean to defeat the Osterizer. And Billy's like, wow, that's never happened before. That's gonna be a new thing for the Megazord. So the Rangers morph. They go underwater in the Megazord. It's a very 1990s television, low budget television ocean effect. And they fight the Oysterizer, but it's not working because the Megazord is not meant to operate underwater. But you know what is meant to operate underwater? The Dragon Zord. So they call Tommy. Tommy calls the Dragon Zord. For some reason, his tune is much lower pitched today. Maybe that's the stay in the water but attack in the water sound. Because if he plays it at the regular pitch, then he rises from the water. So he's got it's the lower pitch is like you got to stay in the water, but you got to do fight stuff down there.
It, it's like, oh, it's given the impression that it is underwater because it sounds like it's being played underwater. So that's
Yeah,
what
exactly.
other dragons would associate with that pitch. Oh, I see.
Uh,
Water.
so Dragonzord arrives, smacks Oysterizer with his tail, knocks him out of the ocean to take the fight to the surface. The Oysterizer shoots some acid at the Dragonzord, but the Megazord is able to save him. And then, surprisingly, they don't get a lot of disrespect for Oysterizer here. Oysterizer doesn't get shit. He doesn't get Dragonzord. He doesn't get Mega Dragonzord. He doesn't get Dragonzord in battle mode. He doesn't get the Ultra Zord. He just gets power sorted like a fucking early season monster.
At the final boss for the first season, he just gets
Yeah,
power sword.
our final monster just gets regular power sorted.
And they don't even call for the power sword either. It just appears. Like they summon it, but they don't say power sword or anything. It's a
So
silent summon.
Oysterizer has been murdered.
Yeah, he's dead now.
He's been turned into an oyster stew. Which, by the way,
Ah,
they fucked that up because Zach literally says we're going to turn him into oyster soup. Like, did nobody tell Walter Jones the name of the episode? It's oyster stew, bro. Come on.
but then you know for a fact that if Jeremy from Cinema Sins got a hold of this episode of the show, he'd hear that and be like, "Roll credits."
It's pretty good. I might do Power Rangers Cinema Sin someday. I did it to myself when I was like 15 and I didn't know how to make videos at all. That was me practicing. Was I would watch Power Rangers Turbo and I would like point out cinema sins to myself. There were a lot of them in the first half of Power Rangers Turbo, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, just don't turn into what Jeremy turned the real show into, where it's just 5% sin, 95% random bullshit. Seriously, watch any of his newer videos, like any that isn't just 3 minutes, and it's all just bullshit.
Yeah, I know. Cinema sins do be not staying on track. But folks, we gotta talk about the rest of an oyster stew. We're almost done. We
Yeah,
go to
we're
the
nearly
juice
there.
bar, and the Rangers are like, okay, great. The Oysterizer didn't do anything too bad, and that's cool. And then Zach, he's got flowers, and he wants to make things up to Angela. And he's learned a valuable lesson about how money can't buy love, and he should have been himself from the start. So he uses his last bit of money that he has left to buy some flowers. He has Bulk and Skull help him with a ballad for Angela, but it's like you guys are allowed to sing. No singing. I'm the one who's singing. You just play the instruments. And he goes up. He sings her a sweet little song. They share a kiss.
And
Bulk and
Zach
Skull
has got
start singing
pipes.
anyway.
Like
What'd you say?
Zach's a really good singer.
Yeah, that was really good.
Like got pipes. Yeah, Balkan Skull sing, and then they laugh about it, and then share the kiss.
Beautiful stuff. And then as seen in the notes of the Ranger Wiki, this episode ends with a beautiful moment. It's that Zach and Angela finally share a kiss. Zach has successfully mended the fence with this beautiful woman he wants to date. This is the final appearance of Angela, who will never be seen or mentioned again.
It took Zach all season to get with Angela, and then season 2 she's just gone, and we never hear from her again.
Yep, rip in peace, Angela. We hardly knew ye.
Even though you're a bitch.
True. But all right, who's your favorite character in an Oyster Stew, the season finale of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers,
Let's say Zach.
season 1?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I
say
feel like you
Zach.
kind of have to say Zach. Like
Yeah.
he's great. Any Zach focus episode, there's like no alternate angle because he's so good at like leading an episode. But it's like, yeah, of course Zach was the best character. What about your favorite scene, Nightster?
Uh, hmm. I'm gonna give it to when Tommy gave Zach the dragon shield.
Yeah, it is that's a very iconic scene. I love seeing somebody other than the Red Ranger get to use the Dragon Shield, especially I think Zach deserves it. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I like
Uh,
the leader of the friend group gets to use it finally.
exactly, true.
And a great time for it as well, because it's the final episode of the first season, so
Exactly. But now we gotta rank it, and I think it loses points for being the season finale and being this.
yeah, because this just feels like a normal episode.
I didn't hate it or anything. Like, how far do I have to get down before I start actively disliking these episodes? Let me think. Island of Illusion. I think everything above Island of Illusion I at least like a little bit. Um, I don't remember Reign of the Jellyfish. Is this better than Tickle Sneezer? I don't know if it is.
Uh, I did like that episode because that monster was funny, and it was kind of wholesome as well near the end.
Yeah, I like Tickle Sneezer. That episode's like really goofy, which is probably why it ended up so low. But I do have a special place in my heart for it, and I don't know if I can, in good conscience, put this episode above it. So I think an Oyster Stew is going to become our new number 47.
Oh, they're not meant to do that, but okay.
So the new number 47, not number 48, 47.
Shit.
Oh, there we go. I guess you could have done it that way too. It wouldn't have really mattered. But
Ah, I forgot to put the number in. Jesus Christ. There we go.
yeah, there you go. An Oyster Stew. So that's it for season 1, guys. Wrap up episode next week.
Yep. That was all
I'm
season
looking at
one.
I'm looking at these Ranger or these character things, and I'm trying to figure out who's gonna take it. I think genuinely Zach might rival Tommy. Like, I think it's gonna be one of those two who takes it, and I think Zach has a shot. I'm seeing a lot of Zach,
Yeah, I think Zach might have it.
which is cool and good. Maybe we'll see. It might still be Tommy. I might be overestimating, but yeah, we're gonna learn who were the mathematical best characters. We're gonna rank the Rangers up against the Cosmic Fury Rangers, which we ranked previously. We're gonna fucking we're not gonna rank the season because it's the old. We're gonna rank it number 1. Could Oh wait, no, I guess we rank it against Cosmic Fury too. So see, yeah, there you go. Rank the season. I don't think that's a very difficult question, but we're gonna cover all of that and wrap up our final thoughts on the season next week. And then we're gonna do an episode about the first 2 seasons of Ninja Kids, because this new Ninja Kids season is like official, and the Power Rangers fan base is talking about it actively because the Power Rangers news cycle is so slow, that this low budget YouTube show that Hasbro is helping with is like being talked about as if it's a real season. So I figure we'll cover it as such.
Yep.
So yeah, so the plan there is we're just gonna do the first 2 seasons straight shot because they're unofficial and starred very young children, and I'm sure they're not that interesting enough to do episode by episode. So we're just gonna barrel through the first 2 seasons, And then every time, I don't know what their release schedule is, but every time a second episode is released until the season is over, we'll do an episode on this new season. So like when episode 2 comes out, we'll do an episode on 1 and 2. When 4 comes out, we'll do an episode on 3 and 4, etc., etc. So that's the plan for
Indeed.
Ninja Kids, which we'll be mixing in along with season 2, of course, starting soon. Exciting things are happening. Megazord Radio.
Yeah.
But folks, I thank you for listening today. Nightster, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on the Toku channel with Riely and some other friends, all talking about anything tokusatsu, so Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, anything. I will be there talking about shows, ranking stuff, all the good shit. And also my solo channel, Nightster, where I'm hoping to upload some gaming videos soon. And
Epic.
where can they find you?
linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe. All sorts of podcasts. My YouTube channel, where I'm live 5 days a week with my Lolcow Nobody's podcast, where I talk about various internet clowns and also video games sometimes. I've been playing Spider-Man Miles Morales lately. So lots of content there, lots of podcasts, all sorts of stuff. linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. And that's it. The show's over.
Yep.
Thanks for listening. Until next time, we're morphin' out of here.
It's morphin' time.
Time.